Hello everyone. This is my Pillar Chase 2 cut the roster in half video. I've thought about making this because I was bored, and I think it's a very interesting concept. So let's start off with Vapor. Vapor. Vapor is one of the original 5 monsters. So a game without Vapor, Pillar Chase would lose some of his identity without Vapor. But the thing is, Vapor isn't really worth keeping around. Especially if we cutting the roster in half, that's a lot of monsters. I'd say there could be other slow monsters, so I'd say we should probably cut Vapor. I mean, he's not all that interesting, and there's 2 other monsters from the Beware the Rain mod, so I mean, you should keep him. Okay, Forest King. Forest King, I'd say she's an interesting monster, but due to the fact that we're cutting the roster in half, and Forest King isn't really all that interesting ability-wise. Like, yeah, she is interesting from where she came from, but if you think about it, she's not really all that well known and not really that iconic. She's not a staple of Pillar Chase 2, and she's not gonna like hurt the game if she gets removed. So, cut. PCX, okay, this is very, very controversial. No matter which way you put it in, balancing wise or game wise, literally this could go either way. Should we keep PCX because he's a core part of PC2's identity, even if it's in a bad light, or should we cut PCX because of his horrible balancing and just the fact that he's super unhealthy for the game right now, even in his current state? He's still super strong. I'd say we're gonna cut PCX. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry to all my PCX lovers. He's very iconic. He's very famous. He built a lot of hype around Pillar Chase 2, but I just don't think with the current roster that we have, we can still have more iconic heavy hitters than PCX. I'm sorry. And speaking of that, Baldi. Keep. Baldi is just unique gameplay wise. I don't care what anybody says about his balancing. He works, okay? Baldi's iconic. He's a staple of Pillar Chase 2. He may not be all that famous, but he's Baldi. The Baldi's basics in education and learning. So we're keeping Baldi. He's very interesting. Gameplay wise, he's very iconic. Just Blade Ninja, please give him more skins. I don't care what it takes. Okay, controversial, but I'm keeping both of the Oni bros. I have a lot of reasons for this, but they may be similar, but I don't care. Okay? Think about it. Ao Oni is one of the original 5 in this game. Why would you cut him out? And he's Ao Oni. I don't care how basic his moveset is. He's Ao Oni. That's my counterpoint. And Fuwadi, he may just be like Ao Oni, but faster and have a rush move, but he is also very iconic. Think about all the clips you've seen of stupid Fuwadis running into walls. Without that, what even is Pillar Chase 2? Tell me. Okay? And Fuwadi is just a fun monster to play as. Also Ao Oni. Think about all the shapeshift plays. Think about all the silly rush plays. They're fundamental to this game. Both of them. They have to be paired together, okay? What is Ao Oni without Fuwadi, and what is Fuwadi without Ao Oni, okay? You either keep them, or you both cut them, okay? It's just not gonna cut it. MX. This is so obvious. I don't care what anybody says. This has to be an obvious pick. We're picking MX. And a keep. Because he literally made the game popular. What else is there to say about MX? He is one of the golden boys of Pillar Chase 2. I mean, there's really nothing else to say. He's fun, he's simple to use, he's easy, he's iconic. There's no reason for you to be saying you should be cutting him. Okay? Moving on. Rosemary. Oh my gosh, Rosemary. I don't even know where to put her, actually. It's kind of tough, because Rosemary... Oh gosh, dude, this is on the spot, so I don't really know where to put her. But Rosemary, she is one of the first 5. But her current kit right now, I'd say it's kind of bland, it's kind of basic. But we do need a beginner monster. And I'm not going to sell it for Vapor, because he's a bum. So, we're keeping Rosemary. Okay? She's simple. She may not be all that iconic, but she's a beginner monster. Easy to use. And there's not really much else to say about Rosemary. She's kind of irrelevant, but we're keeping her, okay? We're keeping her just to keep her. EXE. Okay, the thing about EXE is, if we cut out both the hedgehogs, then this game is going to tank in popularity, dude. Okay, EXE, just because we don't have PCX, doesn't mean it's a very easy keep, okay? It's a very easy keep. We need at least one of the hedgehogs. It's either we put PCX here and keep EXE out, but it would just make more sense if we kept EXE. Think about his playstyle. Think about how easy it is as a trapper. He's the simplest trapper in the game. He places traps, he lunges at people, he works. He's simple, but he works. And he's also iconic. Like, you can't deny EXE is an iconic part of this game. If you cut EXE out, then a lot of players are going to be mad. I know a lot of people don't use EXE, but yeah, that's just the unfortunate truth. He works. I mean, not unfortunate. Very fortunate, actually. My bad. Alright. Uncle Samsonite. Okay. The thing about Uncle Samsonite is that he has a unique moveset. He's very unique. Out of all the monsters, I would say Uncle Samsonite has a very, very, like, top 3 most unique movesets. But the problem with Uncle Samsonite is he's super weak. Okay? We just don't have a lot of space on this roster anymore. And I guess it's just the main problem about how he plays and just, like I know he's iconic, but unfortunately gameplay-wise, I don't think he'd just be worth around keeping. I don't really think, like, if we cut this roster in half, I don't really see Samsonite being part of it. Like, I know all the Samsonite lovers are just gonna hate me for this one, but I'm so sorry. I have to cut Uncle Samsonite. It's just, I'm sorry to all the Uncle Samsonite lovers. I just don't see this roster living and doing well with Uncle Samsonite. Like, I know surface level, all the people are gonna love him, but trust me, it's just not worth keeping around for how he plays right now. Like, I'm not gonna talk about his balancing because I feel like that's a whole nother thing I could delve into. But let's just get Uncle Samsonite out of the way. Fogborn. Okay, Fogborn is one of the first 5. He is partially a Minecraft rap, kind of. But the thing about Fogborn is that he's simple, but he's not really unique, okay? EXE is simple, but he's also unique, okay? In a way, he traps monsters, and that works. It works very well, okay? We need a trapper, we need a rush down. We need a very unique guy in here, and we need a beginner monster. Fogborn, I don't really see where he can place in this. Like, he's simple, not much people don't use him. Like, even if I cut Fogborn out, who's gonna care anyways, right? Springtrap. Okay, Springtrap has problems of his own, but honestly, Springtrap is just, come on. It's a very obvious keep alongside MX. I mean, like, Springtrap is just loved by a lot of people. I don't know why I wouldn't keep him around, and especially, like, if we cut Uncle Samsonite out, why should we cut Springtrap out too? Like, I feel like that would just be a massive tanking already if we cut the roster in half. So I feel like we should keep Springtrap. He's a very iconic monster of a very, very iconic game that has a movie, a bunch of games, and having him here would keep the popularity. And he's also not that bad balance-wise. Like, he may be a bit strong, but it doesn't really matter. We're keeping Springtrap. Okay, Whist. I don't know if this is going to be controversial, but I think keeping Whist in keep would be nice. Like, all of these guys, well, except for Rosemary, these are all franchise. I mean, these are all from another franchise. So, if we put Whist, like an OC monster in here, I think it would be nice. I think it would be very, very nice to put Whist in here. Like, I don't know about him. He just fits, dude. Something about Whist, he just fits. Okay? So, anyways, this is my list. I'm just going to count it up real quick. So, there's 19 monsters in Pillar Chase, if I'm not mistaken. So, we're going to keep... Just going to... Stricken gets his own tier because I love Stricken and I don't care what happens. He is staying. I love Stricken. Let's just get that out of the way. So, let's just ignore the fact that we're not cutting the roster in half. We're more like taking 9 monsters out of it. Just ignore Stricken. I love Stricken, but it's an uneven number, so we're just gonna move on. There's 8 spots, and there's 5. So, I'm gonna have to cut out 10 monsters for each. I only have 2 spots to keep. So that's gonna be a bit of a handful. Okay. So, Melodicus. Okay? The man in the suit himself. Don't kill me for that. I'm sorry. That was a joke. So, the thing about the Melodicus is he's also another OC monster, but we already have Whis. Okay, Whis is very cool. He has the bombs. He's the frenzy. I mean, yes, there's also a lot of Godzilla fans out there that want to keep Melodicus, but I don't really see why we should keep Melodicus, okay? Like, yes, we're cutting out a bunch of fast monsters, but we already have Rosemary. That would make her more unique. We have Baldy, we have Fuwadi, we have MX, so we got a bunch of fast monsters. I don't see why we should keep Melodicus. I'm sorry, I don't see it. We already have another Zoner, which is EXE. Like, he's not really all that iconic in the face of Pillar Chase. Like, I know a lot of people love Melodicus, but I just don't see him much as an icon. I don't see him, like, if he gets cut, I don't really see much people caring about him. He's just, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like more people care about Suitmations. Like, I feel like once Suitmations gets added, everybody's gonna forget about Melodicus. Okay? And Melodicus isn't really all that important to the game either. I mean, he's just another monster. Guy who can grab, EXE can do that. Guy who can zone, EXE can do that. Guy with puddles, Zingfeld can do that. So, okay, let's just keep going. Vita Mimic, okay. Here's another problem with Vita Mimic. We're already running tight on how many monsters we can keep, and if we're looking at the roster right now, like the, not the current. If we're looking at the current monsters we have left in here, I'm sorry, but we have to cut Vita Mimic, okay? Vita Mimic's entire playstyle is that you run at people and deal massive damage. Okay, you run at people fast and you do massive damage. I guess who else does that? MX. Okay? MX can already do that. And sure, he's not a stealth monster, but why do we need a stealth monster? Guess who's also a stealth monster? Jeffrey Woods. Okay? Jeffrey Woods is cooler. We also have Aoni. Okay? Aoni and Mimic basically have the same playstyles, and we're already keeping Aoni. We don't need another Aoni here. Okay? Sorry to all the Vita Carnus fans, but your GOAT is insignificant to me. Okay? Inkfell. Alright. Whew. Inkfell. Okay. The thing about Inkfell is he's another zoner like EXE. But this guy is Bendy, the Ink Demon. Okay? Not saying he is exactly the Ink Demon, but all Bendy and Ink Machine fans will love Inkfell. And I'd say it's worth to keep Inkfell around. So I'd say we should keep Inkfell. He just works well. And I don't really know what to say about Inkfell. I don't know much about him. All I know is that he slows people down. He has portals. His gameplay is actually very unique, now that I think about it. Okay, this is not scripted at all, so I'm just pulling words out of my ass. But this guy, I think he worked. I really do think Inkfell works if we cut this roster in half. So, we're keeping Inkfell. So we only have one slot left. We're gonna have to kill... Hold on, give me a second to recount my stuff. Yeah, okay. Wait a minute. Okay, so we have 9 monsters. We have 7 monsters here. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me check real quick. Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay, so I think I miscounted. Hold on. How many monsters are in Pillar Chase 2 right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. There are 19 monsters. Okay. Okay. So we cut this roster into 18 monsters. Oh, we don't get to keep 10. Uh-oh. So that means Jeffrey Woods and Vallum are just automatically gone. Okay, wait. So, I guess the list is done, but I guess I might need to put in some explaining of why we're cutting Jeffrey Woods. Okay, Jeffrey Woods, he's not all that interesting, okay? Let's just be honest. Okay, wait, let me rethink my list. There we go, now it's fixed. Okay, the reason why I'm cutting these guys is that they're bland. And I said before that we might need a beginner monster, but Valen was planned to be a beginner monster, so just why not make him a beginner monster? I'd say we're cutting Jeff out, okay? Unfortunately. I really want to keep him in this list, okay? This is no hate towards Jeff. I like Jeff. He has a very simple playstyle, but it works. It's very vanilla. But the thing about it is that it's very, very similar to what Whis and what Aoni can do with the sneak. Or Vita Mimic. Basically being stealthy, okay? Being, not unnoticed by the player, okay? So that's one thing. He's basically just a guy with a knife. And there's already a human in here who's way cooler. And he's more iconic, basically. So I'd say, yeah, I'm sorry, Jeff. We just don't have a spot for you. You're not really all that. I mean, sure, a lot of people love Jeff. He's very iconic, actually. I don't know if I said he's not all iconic, but he is iconic. Okay, he's well known as a creepypasta, but just in Pillar Chase, I don't think he could fit in this cutting roster half video. I'm sorry. All right. And the reason why I switched out Rosemary for Valum is that I realized Valum is way cooler than both of these buffs. Okay, Valum is just way freaking cooler. Okay, you can hate me for that, but you can't tell me that Valum is just unique, especially for a beginner. Okay, like I know beginners won't get used to his charge shot, blah blah blah. That's a whole other thing. But EXE out Oni Baldi. Okay, Baldi is already beginner mode. I just realized that now, and we're 15 minutes into the damn video. Okay, I'm just gonna say this now. Okay, Valum would be way cooler. He's just a cool monster, and with all these guys cut out, more people would realize that. Okay, Valum is just cool. I will switch him out for Rosemary because he's just cooler than both of these guys. Both of these Beware the Rain bumps, and we need one of the original five. We have this guy, we have this guy, and I think that's all we need. Okay, that's all we need. Both of these guys, they're OGs, and plus, I feel like this roster feels already very strong. I mean, sure, we're cutting out a lot of the characters here, but I feel like all these guys have a lot more problems than these guys right here for me. And Stricken, you get to stay, of course. That's why I have you in my own rank, because without you, with you, this list would be uneven, and I don't like things looking uneven, so I put Stricken in his own category. My glorious king. So yeah, that's my cutting in half roster tier list. Pillar Chase 2. Hope you like my reasons. If you don't, I'm sorry. I made this video on spot, so I might like change a lot of things that I'm saying. Like I'm just pulling things out of my ass right now. Like a lot of things I said are just an ass pull. But I think this list works. I think it's a very good list. But I might change it. I don't know. Thank you for watching my cool video. I will see you. Not really, because this will be posted on the second channel. See you.